You ever been flung into a drawer so hard you rattle against a rusty pair of scissors and a tangle of Christmas light bulbs? No. Lucky you. I used to be the star of the show. Center stage, left hand, fourth finger, glinting in the sunlight every time Sarah waved at the neighbors. Now I'm wedged between a broken watch and a key to a lock that probably doesn't exist anymore. The air in here tastes like dust and old secrets. I remember the moment everything changed. John's hand, trembling, yanked me off with a twist so sharp I thought I'd split in two. His knuckles were white, his breath ragged. Sarah was crying in the hallway, her voice muffled by the door. I heard every word. Oh, I always do. It was a mistake, John. Please, just talk to me. But he didn't. He just dropped me in this drawer, slammed it shut, and left me to stew in the dark. You'd think a ring would get used to silence. Not me. I was forged for promises, for laughter, for the soft brush of fingertips. Now, I'm forced to listen. And let me tell you, this house is a symphony of heartbreak. Every night, I hear John pacing the floorboards above, his footsteps heavy with anger. Sometimes, he talks to himself, voice low and dangerous. She thinks I'm a fool. She thinks I'll just forgive and forget. Other times, it's Sarah's sobs that echo through the walls, sharp and desperate, like she's trying to scrub the guilt out of her own skin. I wish I could say I'm above it all, that I'm just a piece of metal, immune to their drama. But I'm not. I feel every vibration, every slammed door, every whispered apology. I'm jealous of the old house key beside me. It's got no skin in this game, just cold brass and indifference. Me? I was the symbol, the promise. Now I'm just a reminder of everything that went wrong. And then, one night, the air changes. John's voice isn't broken anymore. It's sharp, almost amused. He's planning something. I can hear it in the way he mutters to himself, the way he scribbles notes late into the night. She wants forgiveness? She'll get what she deserves. There's a chill in his tone that makes even the scissors shiver. Sarah, meanwhile, is trying everything. She leaves notes on his pillow, cooks his favorite meals, even puts on that blue dress he used to love. But he's already gone, somewhere deep inside himself where she can't reach. I can feel it. I can feel everything. And I know something big is coming. I just don't know if I will survive it. Days blur together in the drawer. I lose track of time, counting only the arguments that ripple through the floorboards. John's voice grows colder, more precise. He's not just angry anymore. He's focused, like a jeweler with a loupe, inspecting every flaw in the diamond. I hear him on the phone, his words clipped and careful. No, I want it delivered on the anniversary. Yes, that's right, the 24th. His tone is so calm, it's terrifying. Sarah's hope is a fragile thing. She tiptoes around the house, her footsteps soft, her apologies softer. She talks to herself sometimes, right outside the drawer. He has to forgive me. He has to. We can start over. Her voice cracks, and I feel a pang of something sharp. Regret, maybe, or just the memory of her laughter when she first slipped me on. I used to be a circle of joy. Now, I'm a loop of regret. One afternoon, the drawer slides open. Light floods in, blinding after so many days in the dark. John's hand hovers over me, fingers trembling. Not with anger, but with anticipation. He picks me up, and for a moment, I almost believe things could go back to the way they were. But his grip is too tight, his jaw set. He polishes me with the edge of his shirt, making sure I shine. I want to scream, to warn Sarah, but I'm just a ring. All I can do is glint in the lamplight. That night, the house is too quiet. No footsteps, no sobs, just the hum of the refrigerator and the ticking of the old wall clock. I'm placed on the dining room table, right in the center, under the harsh glow of the chandelier. The table is set for two. White plates, silver cutlery, a bottle of wine breathing beside a pair of crystal glasses. It's almost romantic, if you ignore the tension crackling in the air. Sarah enters first. She's wearing the blue dress, her hair curled just so, eyes red but determined. She sees me and freezes, her hand flying to her mouth. "Oh," she whispers, as if I'm a ghost. John follows, his face unreadable. He gestures for her to sit. She does, her hands twisting in her lap. For a moment, nobody speaks. The silence is thick, suffocating. Then John leans forward, his eyes locked on Sarah's. "Do you know why we're here?" he asks, his voice soft but sharp as a knife. Sarah nods, tears already brimming. "I'm sorry, John. I'll do anything. Just tell me what you want." He smiles, but there's no warmth in it. "I want the truth. All of it." And just like that, the dam breaks. Secrets spill across the table. Names, dates, confessions that sting like acid. Sarah sobs, begging for forgiveness. John listens, his face a mask. I sit between them, a silent witness, my gold catching the light with every tremor of their hands. But there's something else in John's eyes. A secret he's been hiding. A card he's about to play. I can feel it, humming through the table, through my band, right into the pit of my being. Tonight, everything changes, and I'm not sure anyone will walk away whole. I can almost taste the tension, metallic, sharp, like the tang of blood on a bitten lip. Sarah's confessions spill out in broken sentences, each word heavier than the last. She clutches a napkin, twisting it until it nearly tears. "It was only once," she pleads. "I was lonely, John. You were always working, always somewhere else. I made a mistake. Please, can't we just start over?" John's fingers drum on the table, slow and deliberate. He doesn't look at her. He looks at me. For a second, I see something flicker in his eyes. Pain, maybe, or nostalgia. Then it's gone, replaced by that cold, calculating calm. "Start over?" he repeats, almost to himself. "You know, I used to believe in that. Second chances. Clean slates." He picks me up, rolling me between his fingers. I feel the warmth of his skin, the tremor in his hand. But some things can't be undone, Sarah. Some things leave a mark. Sarah's voice is barely a whisper. "I love you. I never stopped." He sets me down, right in front of her. "Do you remember what you said when you put this on?" His voice is soft, but there's an edge to it, like a blade hidden in velvet. "You promised forever. You promised honesty. But you broke that, didn't you?" She nods, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I'm sorry. I'll do anything to fix it." John leans back, folding his arms. "Anything?" He lets the word hang in the air, heavy and dangerous. "Because I've been thinking. Maybe you should know what it feels like. Maybe you should understand what it's like to be left in the dark, to wonder if you'll ever be enough." Sarah's eyes widen. "What are you saying?" He smiles, but it's the kind of smile that chills the room. "I'm saying I know more than you think. I know about the messages, the hotel, the lies, and I know you've been talking to him again." She gasps, shaking her head. "No, I haven't. I swear." He cuts her off with a wave of his hand. "It doesn't matter. Because tonight, I'm done waiting. I'm done hoping you'll change." He stands, pushing his chair back with a scrape that echoes through the house. "I've already filed for divorce. The papers are in your inbox, and as for this," he gestures to me, lying cold and bright on the table. "You can keep it, a souvenir or a warning." Sarah collapses into sobs, her shoulders shaking. John walks away, his footsteps steady, unhurried. The door closes behind him with a finality that makes the whole house shudder. I sit there, alone on the table, watching Sarah crumble. I want to comfort her, to remind her of the promises she made, the love that once burned so bright. But I'm just a ring, silent, helpless, heavy with the weight of everything unsaid. And for the first time, I wonder if I ever truly meant anything at all. The house is silent now, except for Sarah's quiet, broken sobs. I lie in the center of the table, catching the last golden rays of the setting sun. The light flickers across my surface, but I feel dull, empty, like a trophy for a game no one wanted to play. Sarah doesn't move for a long time. Her tears dry on her cheeks, her eyes fixed on me as if I might offer some kind of answer. I wish I could. I wish I could tell her what I've seen, what I've felt. The hope, the betrayal, the slow unraveling of two lives that once fit together as perfectly as I fit her finger. Eventually she reaches out, her hand trembling, and picks me up. Her skin is warm, but her touch is different now, hesitant, almost afraid. She turns me over and over, searching for something in my shine. Maybe she's looking for forgiveness. Maybe she's looking for the past. But I can't give her either. She slips me onto her finger, just for a moment. I remember the first time, how her heart raced, how John's eyes sparkled with love and nerves. Now, her pulse is slow, heavy with regret. She slides me off again, sets me gently back on the table, and stands. She walks to the window, staring out at the street, where the world keeps moving, oblivious to the storm that's just passed through this house. I want to scream, to shatter the silence, to remind her that love is more than a promise. It's a choice, every day, even when it hurts. But I am only a ring. I can only witness. Night falls. The house grows colder. Sarah leaves the room, her footsteps echoing down the hall. I am left alone, a silent relic of what was and what will never be again. Maybe someday someone will find me, dust me off, slip me on, and believe in forever again. Or maybe I'll stay here, a quiet warning, a memory pressed into gold. Either way, I remain. A circle with no end, holding the weight of a story that will never quite close. And in the darkness, I wait, not for forgiveness, not for love, but for the next chapter, whatever it might be.